Hello, my name is Mary Bear Shannon. I am a reference librarian at the Haverford Township Free Library, and here's today's staff picks. I wanted to tell you about a book that was just released in the last couple of months. It's very popular. I read it for our Hooked on History book group that meets here on the fourth Mondays of the month. The book is The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. You may know the author's name, Kristen Hanna. She wrote The Nightingale. She also wrote The Great Alone. The Nightingale has won many awards. And I wanted to tell you about this book because it had an amazing historic context. It was set in the Great Depression and the response of the people of the South Plains in the U.S. and their reaction to the Dust Bowl. But I think it was definitely more than a Great Depression book. It's really a book about resilience and transformation. And I really liked the main character, Elsa. So it starts in 1921, which is a time of abundance in the panhandle of Texas. The Great War is over. The land is bountiful and plentiful. And America is on the brink of a new and optimistic era. Enter the main character, Elsa Wolcott. She is really deemed too old to marry at a time when marriage is really a woman's only option, and the future seems bleak. But one night she meets Raph Martinelli and decides to change the direction of her life. But it comes at a cost. With her reputation in ruin, there's really only one respectable choice for her, is to marry a man that she really barely knows. And then fast forward to 1934, and of course the world has changed in the panhandle of Texas. Millions are out of work, and the drought has devastated the Great Plains. Farmers are fighting to keep their land and their livelihoods as crops fail and water dries up and the earth cracks open. Dust storms, because it's called the Dust Bowl, roll relentlessly across the plains. And everything on the Martinelli farm is dying, including Elsa's marriage to Raph. And each day, a desperate battle against nature and the fight to keep her children alive. So this is a really uncertain time and perilous time. And Elsa, like many of her neighbors, must make really a very hard choice, which is to fight for the land that she loves or leave it behind and go west to California in search of a better life for her family. The Four Winds is really a very rich, sweeping novel that stunningly brings to life the Great Depression and the people who lived through it. The really harsh realities that divided us as a nation, and the enduring battle between the haves and the have-nots. But the book is way more than just a book about the Great Depression. It is a testament to hope, resilience, and strength of the human spirit to survive adversity. The Four Winds is really an indelible portrait of America and the American dream as seen through the eyes of this indomitable woman, Elsa, whose courage and sacrifice will come to define a generation. So I think the transformation is about America, but it's also about Elsa, who had grown up in a house really devoid of love, but really found love with her new family, the Martinelli family, and the children that she and Raph create. And it really teaches her what real love is all about, and that she's worthy of love. And I was also really impacted by the experience that the Martinelli family had in California. They were really technically called Okies, even though they weren't from Oklahoma, they were from Texas. But anybody coming from the South Plains were Okies, and there was so much discrimination and hardship. I think it really changes the Martinelli family, and really ultimately that experience of just so much hardship really transforms our nation. So, and I was also very curious to find out more about what happened to the Okies after the Great Depression. And as it turns out, some did return to the Great Plains, but many stayed behind and really transformed the state of California, both politically and socially. Part of this story is set near Bakersfield, and if you are a follower of country music, Bakersfield, it was really the Okies and the people who brought their music traditions from the South Plains that was the fuel for the Bakersfield sound, which is a country western type of sound in country. So I thought that was really interesting. So I highly recommend this book. It, again, is Kristen Hanna, The Four Winds. So there are a lot of holds on the physical book, but there is an end run that you can do if you don't mind reading an e-reader. This book is actually on our navy, our red, and our purple bagged e-readers. So if you want to get a copy and read it now, give us a call here at the library or go online and find our e-readers. They are actually e-readers that you can check out here at the library, and they come preloaded with a bunch of New York Times bestseller and very popular books, and there are some on the shelf, so there will be no waiting. So if you want to get a hold of this book now, or you can put your name on the list for a physical copy of the book, and you can always give us a call here at the library to do that if you need help. So that's my staff pick for today. Again, my name is Mary Bear Shannon. I'm a reference librarian here at the Haverford Township Free Library, and I hope you have a great day.